getting this all doughed in. Now, we're doing a decoction mashing. And the decoction mashing, what you're doing basically is you are taking out part of the mash, the thickest part of the mash, which is going to be all of your grains that you have down here on the bottom, and you're putting those off into a side pot, and you're going to boil those and bring those up to heat. Now, it's not like step mashing or single temperature infusion. Of course, single temp is easy, it's just one temperature, get it there and go. The decoction mash or step mashing, it's put it all in the pot, use the heater if I wanted to, and bring it up to that boiling point. With decoction mashing, though, you're taking it out, you're actually going to boil it, so you're going to extract some of these great flavors. You don't have to worry too much about tannins or anything like that coming out of it. The one thing you really do have to watch out for when you do your decoction mashing, though, is scorching the grains. You don't want to burn those grains, unless you want a beer that tastes like burnt grain. But you want to boil those, and what that's going to do right now with us doughing in at this temperature, that's going to flood these grains with this fluid, which is going to help to push out all of those enzymes that we want, those alpha and beta enzymes, and those are going to stay in that liquid suspension, which is why when we do the decoction mash, we take only the thickest part of the mash, which is the grain, because we're trying to push out all of those enzymes into the liquid itself part of the mash. And then we'll heat up those grains, and then by adding those grains back in to your mash, you're going to raise that temperature with the heat. So one of the rules I was always taught is you take out about 1 quart for every pound of grains that you use, and if you can have a nice 1 quart ladle right there, it makes it real easy to measure that all out. Rule of thumb I've always figured for the decoction is it's better to take more than not enough, because you definitely want to be able to hit your mark. And if you have a little extra, that's fine. Once that cools back down and gets to the same temperature as your mash, then you'll just add that back in there anyway, and then you'll take it out again and do the same process over. Alrighty, so let's pick you up here so the rest of the viewers can see. Here we are. That's a nice, beautiful mash, all looking good. We're getting it down, and you can see our temperature. We're right at about 90 degrees, 92 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's where we want to be. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're getting ready to start our decoction method. Taking out the first scoops. You want the thickest part of your mash. Should be more grain. You want to try and save as much as that juice, because that's where all your enzymes are going to be. So we've flooded it out. We've had it resting now about 97 degrees, so we've kind of doughed in, and we want to get up into that saccharose temperature of about 120. Again, you can come on over here and zoom in on this if you want, though, or look at it. You can see that we are saving as much of the liquid as possible, leaving behind just the grain, taking the thickest part of the mash from the bottom there.